Alright, the purpose of this video is to show you how we set up ProPresenter for our Sunday morning services. From the top, we're going to go and open ProPresenter. Give that a minute. Now we're at the iMac here in the booth, right in the middle next to the lighting computer. What I'm going to do is click this plus icon and click Planning Center Service. We are importing our service for Sunday. Here's all of our service types on Planning Center. If something's not there, you can hit refresh, but it should be there. Click arrow, and here's all the services we have. I am loading in for January 14th right now. Select. It is going to load that in and actually find matches for us. Now, I like to start from the back, and the reason why you'll see because it kind of all folds this way. So I like to start from the end of the service. For this post-service music TV slides, most of our stuff we're going to find in service elements, songs, and messages. We're going to go to service elements for this one right here and scroll all the way down and see these little targeted icons. You're going to get TV slides weekday. Just click, drag that, and highlight it, put it over that. And there you go. I like to look through this. We're not doing Colossians right now, so I'll disable that slide. Explore Grace Point. I need to change that slide. And then, just go through this and see if everything is accurate, everything's correct. There's not any old slides in here. Benediction song. For this Sunday, our benediction song, I don't think I have it set yet, but I'm going to decide that right now. Let's do Singing in the Victory. That'll work, at least for the purposes of this video. Songs. You can click here to search for it. Singing in the... Here we go. Drag that in. Now, I'm going to create an arrangement for this because it's a benediction song. So I'm going to go to Arrangements. And look, we've already got a benediction arrangement. Otherwise, you'd click New Arrangement and give it a name. But we've already got one, benediction. We're just going to sing the chorus, and that's it. Now we're up to communion. It automatically pulled communion in for us. But if you need to find communion, it'll be in service elements, and then communion liturgy right there. Message. I don't have message notes yet. That will be another video. But what I'm going to do is just drag in the previous one right here and use that as kind of a template, and I can just delete the old notes, or I could just leave it alone for now. There's this segment before the message called Pastoral Updates Prayer. I think I actually have one for this. Pastoral Prayer, that's what it's called. There's that. I need to change this because this will be Chris Meads this week. Chris Meads. He is our interim lead pastor, so I'm actually going to write that. Interim. I think that's how you spell it. Now we have our songs. What a Friend We Have in Jesus. Now, putting together these arrangements might be easier during rehearsal on Sunday. I know for a fact I'm doing verse 1, 2, and 3. So I'm just going to leave it at that. Don't worry about these question marks yet. We'll do backgrounds in a minute. God, I look to you. We're going to do this Starlight version. Singing in the Victory. We're going to do this Austin Stone. It's already got it. Cool. Now we're up to Call to Worship. Just go to your Service Elements folder in the library and click drag Call to Worship in. Make sure you change the name if it's not me. Actually, I have a new format here, so I'm going to scroll back down, and what I do is you can click and it turns orange, or you can command click and it turns blue. That can copy it. That's more selecting it, not displaying it, but selecting it when it's blue. I'm going to scroll back up. And I'm going to paste that right here. And because I have a new format, I want to make them all consistent. all caps, worship director. So what I did there is I clicked quick edit, right click and quick edit. That allows you to edit the text without editing any of the formatting. I'm going to go and delete this. This was the call to worship from last week. I'll put in the new one. So let's delete this. Let's see how that looks. Does that make it? Oh yeah, I don't like that. I wonder if I can just fix this real quick. If I can just copy this and paste it to this slide. So let's grab these, delete, paste. There we go. That was better. Now it keeps our transition, it keeps our graphic. So we go from here and you can see the preview here. Yep, that works. Okay, well, we also have child dedications this Sunday. This is something we don't do every week. Chris Meads is going to do it. Oh, look at that. We've got to replace that. So I'm going to go back down to my pastoral prayer here. In fact, I'm going to delete this because his name is going to show earlier in the service. I don't have to have it show twice. So we'll just put it right there. Child dedications, Chris Meads, interim lead pastor. And then these are the old graphics from last time we did it. I'm going to go and delete those. And we'll put in the new graphics, just dragging them in. Video announcements, that's going to be in service elements. Video announcements, right there. Boom. So this one, make sure that date is accurate. That says 1/7/24. I'm going to remove that video. And I'll just put the new one in there when I have it. And then, yep, for the countdown TV slides, I need to update this one, so I'll disable it. That automatically put it in. That's in service elements right here. We have weekday and we have countdown. We're going to go to weekday and we'll put it right there at the top. So, yeah, that's how to load everything in. The next step I'm going to do is, you just go through it and put in whatever you're missing. So I need a video announcement. I don't have one yet, but where I put those, just to show you, is you go to Finder. You find, I like this view better. You find the OneDrive where you have this communications and worship. We'll go to comms and we'll go to service elements. Announcement videos, and just select the right one. So, let's say it's 1/7. Let's say this is the right one. I just drag it in. Right over. Here it is. Now you're going to want to right click it. All your videos, you want to get into the habit of doing this. Inspector. And I don't want that to loop. I want it to stop. At the end of the video, I don't want it to restart. I want it to stop. So yeah, just play it. There it is. Let's go down. Child dedications. Once I get those graphics, I'll just drag them in. Just like that. Call to worship. It's not Christmas anymore, so I'm actually going to change the background of this. Let's just find a good one. I've enjoyed this one. It's nice and slow. Put that in there. I think I actually put that up here. Yep, cool. I did. Okay, now we're to our songs. You're going to actually have to change these macros as well as the backgrounds. So what I do here is I try to match the lights to these backgrounds. So I want to choose them very intentionally. So I'm going to right click this and let's change this macro first. Let's make sure it's good. So we'll edit actions. Look, that macro says song 2. This is our first song today. So we're going to make it song 1. That is going to make sure it changes. When you click that, it changes the right lighting cue on the lighting software. We'll go ahead and do that on all the songs. God, I look to you. Edit actions. That is song 2. Looks like there's an issue with this. Oh, it's because the background is missing. That's why there's a question mark. The previous one. So we'll go ahead and just remove that for now so we don't get that. Edit Actions, Song 3. Look, it automatically found it for us. Nice. So what we can do here, we have a few options. You could keep this graphic if you want, or you could go in down here to these worship backgrounds. I have a few different places I have worship backgrounds. You could go here. Here's some Christmas ones, or more kind of wintry ones. I have this folder on the desktop. I think it's this one technically, Worship Backgrounds 2. And you could drag any of these in if you like any of those. Also, a new feature to ProPresenter, which we actually have a subscription to now, is Pro Content. It lives right here, and it lives right here. So you can click on this, go to Featured, and just go through these. Find something you like. Those are kind of nice. Let's just look at those real quick. Do I have any of those already? I do have one. So we could start with something like that. I'm looking at it up here. That's kind of nice. You also want to note how slow or fast the song is. This Sunday, all the songs are semi-slow in tempo, so I'm not going to choose like a really fast-moving background. Something like, some of these are really fast-moving. I can't remember where they are. Like this one. These are kind of fast-moving. For like a slow song, that doesn't seem to quite, it doesn't work for me. So I could choose that one, or I could go through and pick some of these out. You know, elements, ocean waves. These are all just kind of motion graphics. Just different kind of things, styles. You could just leave your mouse and watch kind of a preview. There's some stained glass. You know, you could take as long as you want or as short as you want to pick something out. You could also, here's like autumn. Here's some seasons. So there's trees, kind of mountains, skies, aerial, mountains, summit cliff. These are all just kind of like drone footage of different things. Oceans, mountains. It's not showing me those mountains down there for some reason. But anyway, pick out something you like and go with it. I kind of like maybe an aerial for this. It's going to be freezing on Sunday, so maybe I choose one of these cold ones. Maybe not that cold. Maybe something like this would be cool. Let's look at these. Now one thing I'm thinking about is my text is going to show up kind of in the middle, and these are kind of brighter backgrounds. So I want to make sure my text is still visible. Ooh, that one's kind of a darker. Let's try that one. Let's see how that looks. Let's just put that in worship backgrounds. See, now it's going to download. Just gotta wait a minute. There it goes. Just click it and drag it in. It's as easy as that. So you're going to want to make sure you can read the text pretty well. Maybe turn the projector on. I kind of like that. And maybe I'll stick with the aerial theme. This is all up to you. So I'm going to find some more aerial stuff. Maybe one of these autumn ones would be cool. Ooh, these look sharp. Valley. It's not moving much. Let's try that one. That's cool. And then while that's downloading, I'll go ahead and go to my last song, which is What a Friend We Have in Jesus. Could do another winter. Could do another autumn. Maybe go with like a different color. Try one of these. These are cool. These are a little bit darker. That'd be a nice contrast to those brighter ones I chose earlier. Let's try that one. Okay, so those are downloading. I'll go back up to God I Look to You, and they should end up in worship backgrounds. Here we go. That one's not moving at all, or it's just slightly, kind of slightly moving. I actually don't have the projector on right now, so I can't really see what it looks like on the screen. But I'll go and stick with it for now, for the purposes of this video, and then I'll drag this one in. So there we go. Now, one thing you're going to do is, oh, that looks great on the projector. I love it. That's good. That's good. One thing you're going to want to do is try to match your lighting color to these. These don't have a lot of color to them, so you have they're all kind of the same. They're nature. There's some kind of blues and oranges in there. This one's got more snow in it, so that has some blues. So maybe I'll stick with kind of blues in the beginning, and then I'll go to like an amber and kind of orange or yellow sunrise kind of look. Or, you know, I could honestly just stick with the same lighting cue for all of these if I wanted to. You know, keep it simple. Do what you think is best. So then I'll just keep going. Pastoral prayer. That's just going to be a prayer. Honestly, that background can just stay during the prayer. I don't think that'd be too distracting. If you wanted to remove the background, you could either live during service click that, or you could right click and add an action, clear media. That would remove it, but I'll leave it for now. There's our sermon. I don't have the sermon notes yet, so I'll make a separate video for that. Communion looks good, and then singing in the victory, everything looks good. There's our benediction, and then there's that. So one thing you're going to want to do after you have all this programmed is, once you get lights programmed as well, test all these slides. Make sure these macros are triggering the right things. Go through the entire service from beginning to end and make sure all your lighting is where you need it. But that's pretty much how to program ProPresenter for services on Sunday mornings.